The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606 344 0217, or you can reach me by email heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the sports show. And I still, for some odd reason, have the fall sports show on my notes. I've been talking about this literally for probably about a month now. Ryan, I've been saying I'm going to take that off my notes, and I keep forgetting it. I don't understand why I keep forgetting it. But Ryan, maybe
one, it is technically fall next week, so it's still fall time. I guess when we get to winter time, you can change it to winter.
So yeah, maybe that makes sense. But I'm Mark Greger alongside Ryan Garnett and also Edward Hall. He goes in the hide, he gets that sage fright. But Ryan, how's it going?
I had to get me something to drink there, but I'm doing okay, I guess.
So I would ask Edward how he's doing, but right now he's back there biting his nails, shaking a little bit. Edward, remember one thing I've tried to teach you for years: in the nose, out the mouth. Or you could do, we seen it on Karate Kid. You could. But no, don't do that, because if you do that, you're gonna knock your Dr. Pepper everywhere. No, don't do that. So let's just in the nose, out the mouth deal. But that being said, got a great show lined up tonight, Ryan. We got Jude McCorder from North Laurel, and wow, what a start to the season that they've had. The Jags are they're getting at it right now, and he's a big reason why. And we also have Shelby Gambrel from South Laurel, and big whip for them the other night. And we will talk a little bit about that. And I'm excited about tonight's show. Ron, are you excited? Are you pumped?
Yes, I did. I kind of was laying around being lazy today. So
we walked into Laura County and drug a few up from Laura County to our show tonight. And I'm glad, it's good to be able to spread our wings and stuff some, and just can't wait till we get them both on. But while we got a minute, and I don't know what's happened to Edward. He must really be having a time over there. But while we got a minute, let's go ahead and thank, or thank with a D, thank, however you want to pronounce it. I'll just use thank. But let's go ahead and thank our photographers: Keisha Ambergy, Jonah Dayton, John Dickinson, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, Mater's Memories, Chrissy Brassfield, Bob Cornett, Eric Felty Marler, Shanda Whitehead, Valerie Rutherford, Ryan Garnett, Edward Hall, Larry Spicer's gave us some good shots. Addison Sloan. I mean, we can keep on with just some of the photography that we've had. Allison Messer, cannot forget her and some of the pictures that she sent. And just on and on. Ryan, am I forgetting anybody?
Some of the ones that gave Edward some good some pictures from out in Western Kentucky. Edward knows their names better than I do. If
Wildflower Frame Photography, Nevaeh's Photography.
He must have heard me.
But yeah, just hi. I see that Edwards got him a little guest with him, and maybe a future Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, employee, Edward a payer. Yeah. Hi, how you doing? No, Edward's the one that has to pay the big salaries around here because he gets the big salary. Edward, did you try the in the nose, out the mouth stuff to try to get rid of the stage fright? Hi.
Actually, I was chasing the kid, Mark.
Ryan, that was his excuse, Did you believe that story, Ryan?
I could probably see that.
Well, that's his story anyway. I guess he's going to stick to it. But while we're waiting for our first guest to come on, we got a few minutes here. Let's talk a little bit about just some of the sports that are happening right now across all the local high schools and statewide high schools. Just everywhere. I shouldn't have said local, just statewide, but just let's talk football. And Friday night, there's really some really good games, and I'm not going to say teams are starting to separate themselves, but some of the big dogs are starting to put their footprint in the sand, I guess. And we had a really good win, and had Belkay had a good win. North Laurel had a good win. South Laurel, folks, that's a dangerous team up there, and they had a good win. Millsboro had a good win. They beat a team out of, I think Edward went to that game out of Edward, refresh my mind here. I know they're out of Tennessee.
Cloudland.
Yeah, Cloudland, Tennessee, which is like Rowland, Tennessee, or something like that.
So a lot of teams in the 13th region that had good win. Lincoln, look what they're doing down there. I think that they're sitting only on one loss this season. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doing great things down there, Coach Hendrickson down there, and but we knew he would. Rome wasn't built overnight, folks, and they're definitely building something special down there at Wincamp, and that's going to be a team to watch out for the next few years. Well coached, well disciplined, and the Wincamp people and family down there, they deserve it. They bring them back. Let's see Wincamp football back on the map, and it's absolutely headed in the right direction. And and it don't stop from here. I think that they could grab several more wins on that schedule if they keep on keeping on. So watch out for them. But Ryan Edward, talk a little football with me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hop right back to South Law. I mean, you take a look at their schedule and what Coach Hines has did, and I believe in his first season at South Law. I mean, coming up with some monster huge wins against some teams that are some powerhouses, and they got another good test there when they come find out when they have to play Harlan County, but. Yeah, I mean, I did see that school huddle. I mean, Owensboro Catholic, they're on a different planet than everybody else. Yeah. And then Edward has beaten me to the punch, so I'm trying to put them comments up.
Hunter, I was in Owensboro about a week or so ago at the 2A soccer deal, and very nice facility down there. I believe I was exactly the stadium where maybe Owensboro Catholic played at, and so I saw a lot of their banners hung up there. But that's a very nice facility that they play at down there. I can tell you that.
They shall stadium with Kentucky Westland.
Yeah, that's a nice place down there. Emma Nicole, Ryan or Edward, you want to read that? They ain't what they once used to be.
It says from Emma Nicole, I had a very hard week. and this show has made me feel better. Thank you guys for what you do.
Well, thank you for being an avid listener. And if it wasn't for Yuns, and we wouldn't be doing this to begin with. But we do appreciate the kind words. And if we can help somebody laugh, then it's made me feel better because I know we did our job. And most of the student athletes that we get on here too, they understand that, so they come on here and they want to laugh with us. So talk about student athletes. We're ready to bring on the great one, and I'm not going to call him an old guy or anything like that, but we've had him on the show on several occasions, and folks, we cannot go through a football season and not bring on Jude. And I mean, Jude is the real deal. Great guy, great family. Love the North Laurel Jack family down there, and they're doing special things this year. And again, he's a big reason why. But the humble young man we know he is. He'll say team. It's all about team. But this guy, I know you just looked at him, looked at them stats. This guy is really, really doing it. But let's go ahead and bring him on.
What's up?
Not much. Jude, thank you again for coming on.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
I'm not going to call you an old guy, but I was saying a little bit before we brought you on. It seems like we've had you on this show a few times.
Yeah, this is about I think my third time being on. So
yeah, we just can't get past these seasons without bringing you on. Just always love talking to you. Always love talking a little bit of North Laurel Jag football, and we know that you do other things too. But we'll keep it football right now. But just tell us a little bit about the season, how it's going. I'm not going to say early season. We're about almost halfway through now.
Yeah, I mean, we've started off with 3-1 right now, which is great. Which that Corbin game started off a little slow, rough, didn't get that one, but I'll take a 3-1 record to start off the year. So I'm proud of our guys and how we've started off strong.
Yeah, I think in the Corbin game, and I know you know way more about it than me. I think maybe a couple early turnovers, they got out on you, and then Yins comebacks, and it just showed the fighting spirit. Yins didn't give up that game.
Yeah, we started off down, I think it was 21-0 in the first half. And then once the second half started, that's when we really came together and turned it up and started fighting back. So I was proud of how we did that second half, and we've just kept that going the last two games we've had also.
Jude, I've covered quite a bit over the years since I've been doing, what I've been doing. And like one of the most favorite moments I've had is when North Laurel beat Johnson Central down there. And it was just, North Laurel, it seems like every year you're doing it every year. How hard is that how hard is it to maintain that excellence every year?
Well, I mean, the guys, that's our goal. We always want to win big games, like beating a team like Johnson Central, and then we beat Bell County last year, beat Madison Central, third game this year. So, well, I think us playing those games in the previous season just helps us keep continuing to get better and being able to do that.
So do you feel like what Yins did the previous seasons? Are you thinking you're starting to become maybe other teams at Super Bowls now because you have planted your foot in the sand that we are North Laurel?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when people are starting to see us on their schedule, they know that's going to be a good game where it come out, hit you, and it ain't going to be easy for them.
But I've got 1,000 questions. I've always loved having you on this show, and I think we got. You want to go ahead, Paul?
Yeah. Hunter Jennings wanted us to tell you nice win against Madison Central. They beat a really good Scott County team. I think it was before a couple weeks before that or something similar around there.
Yeah, I think Scott County was number 1 in 5A. So us beating Madison Central and then beating the number 1 team in our class, that's really big for us.
Absolutely, and again, what you're doing is unbelievable, and I'm sure they know these stats better than I do. But Edward, right?
Yeah, I mean, take a look at your remaining schedule. I mean, you play a good Whitley County team coming up, I believe, on the road, and then you travel to Collins. Playing these non-conference teams, how's it better prepared y'all for when it comes down to district play?
Playing teams like Collins, that'll definitely get us ready. They're a passing team. That'll help us for playing South and Pulaski, our 2 district games. And then Whitley County, they're a tough team too. So going down there on the road, that'll get us ready for the district games as well.
And then Edward and Mark knows where I'm going with this. I always ask him. Mark can smile because he knows. What's your favorite restaurant to eat at in Law County?
Favorite restaurant? I'm gonna go with Gondolier, just because it's close to me, and that's where me and my family usually go and dine out at.
I know they used to have the family special. I don't know if they still do it. The large pizza and salad. Do they still have that going on?
I usually get the pizza. I'm not really salad, but their pizza, I love it. So
I absolutely love their pizzas. I also noticed too the other day passing by there. I don't know if it's open yet, but they've got Zaxby's.
it just opened last week.
Mark, you took my question. I was going to ask if any of y'all have ate there yet.
I'll be eating there now.
They fed us before the game Friday. We got Zaxby's, so that was awesome. Good pregame meal.
Oh, you can't beat that.
No, you can't.
Chicken's my favorite, so.
Gondoliers is real good about that too. You gotta give them props. Every time I turn around, Gondoliers is always trying to help out the local student athletes and sponsoring and donating. And they feed us at the arena almost daily too. So big shout out to Gondoliers and thank you for everything you're doing too.
No, yes sir, no problem.
Well, I wasn't let Edward take over, but he went away from the camera.
Edward, are you there? Or are you getting gun shy?
No, I just got some wild kids tonight, so having to go settle them down a time or two.
But the floor's yours.
Yeah, that's the reason Jude why he had to go mute and turn the camera off. That hollering at the kids probably got a little rated R right there, so we have to keep it at PG there.
Yeah, my parents.
Yeah, just had to tell them to settle down. But got to ask you, the way your season has started out, do you feel like that this season's different than the way it was last year?
Yeah, absolutely. So we started off great last year, those first 2 big wins, and then kind of went down a little bit on a losing streak. But we ended up turning it up at the end, winning a playoff game. Basically, we've just been trying to build off that, get back to the region championship, and we got a really experienced team this year, so that'll help us in the long run try to get to there.
Absolutely. So I'm going to have to ask you, what have you done personally on the off season to prepare yourself for this season?
I just try to work out about every day, and then me and my receivers, my running backs, we try to just throw and get our chemistry down as much as possible in the off season. And that's really paid off for us. And our big guys, the linemen, they've worked extremely hard as well. So we've all just been putting in work, trying to get back to a region championship and make this year as good as possible.
Absolutely. So, I keep having to go back and forth and look at your schedule because, that Madison Central game does,
that's huge. That's huge.
Jump out to me.
Yeah.
Because if I'm not mistaken, that was also an away game. So you played them at Madison Central.
Yep.
So I got to ask you about that atmosphere there.
Yeah, it was their Madison High night too. So they had everybody was there. It was packed out. So it was a crazy atmosphere, and we were locked in all week. Nobody really thought we were going to give them a game or let alone win it. And we were just super locked in, and our defense played great, and offense did enough to turn out and get the win.
Absolutely. So I know your stats speak volume to me because, it looks like you're doing it through the air, on the ground, on the defensive side. So I got to ask you, I'm sure I've probably asked you this once before, but if you had a choice, which side of the ball do you prefer to play, offense or defense?
Love scoring touchdowns, but I got to go defense every time. Nothing better than just coming up hitting somebody hard. my favorite thing about football.
Absolutely. So I got to ask you, do you ever come in to tackle somebody and they run away from you yet?
Yeah. After these last 2 years, they've kind of learned a lesson. So it's honestly not smart because I got some big guys in the inside too. So run away won't help, and we're all coming to hit you.
Edward, I don't want to interrupt you, but this is how big the Madison Central win was. I'm sure all three of us and Jude has heard about this team called Bowling Green.
Mhm.
Scott County beat, Madison Central. No, if I'm looking at this, Scott County beat Bowling Green. And North Laurel beat Madison Central. And Madison Central beat Scott County. That's how big of a win that was. That's a major statement win at their place. I mean, Jude, I know you're all about one game at a time, but to play at that level that soon and knowing that you're going to get better, you're going to be a force I have to deal with on down the line.
Sure, absolutely.
So I know you just come off a big win against Lawrence County, and now you've got to travel to play a very good and solid Whitley County team. So I just got to ask you, how do you take, those big time wins from like Madison Central, Lawrence County, Perry County, and just keep advancing that into your season?
We just got to treat every game Whitley like they're a great team. That's what we do every week. No matter who we're playing, we're treating them as if it's a Super Bowl. Going all out, watching film, practicing hard. So we just treat everybody the same and try to go 100% every week.
Absolutely. And before I get you back over to Mark, I got to ask you, was there one game you had highlighted that you couldn't wait to play in this season?
I'm most excited for the South and Pulaski game, both at home, and Corbin, which we hadn't played Corbin in 15 years. I'm excited for that one too. But the remaining two, I'll go with South and Pulaski.
Then we're going to be some hard-hitting matchups right there. But Mark, the floor is yours.
I just got to re-echo this again, and Jude, or somebody please tell me if I'm wrong. Whitley beats Madison Central. And this is the same team that just that beat Scott County by 20 points. By 20 points. It's a pretty good beat down on them. Mm-hmm. The same team that beat Bowling Green.
Yeah, the Madison Central win. I think that should show everybody what we're going to be capable of doing late in this year.
Yeah, there's not many teams that could go up there and do what North Laurel did, and I know you're under one game at a time, but I'm sure that had to feel good for you.
That final.
And I'll bring up this Friday. This calling teams that they play here in 2 weeks plays at Scott County Friday night.
Yes,
so Collins is a good team too. I think they're good right now. So
they're 5-0 right now because I'm looking at their schedule.
Mm-hmm. I actually watched Collins a few years back, Jude. It was at a bowl game at Danville. They're just like you said, they spread around it. They like to toss it around. They got a lot of athletes. You got a lot of athletes too. So they'll definitely try to spread it around. But Jude, we know what your team's ultimate goal because you're already making statement victories right now. What is it going to take for you to get that?
Just try to every week. We just got to keep going 100%. Try to keep ourselves healthy, not have injuries. And I think as long as we do that and just play our game, play super physical like we've been doing, we'll be able to shock a lot of people. What we can do later on in the playoffs.
We know what kind of a great athlete you are and how good you are in other sports too, but I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but for the next step, are you leaning one sport heavier than the other, or have you not decided on that yet?
I play baseball too, so I've not really decided on that yet. Keeping it open because I'm I've been having a good baseball year too, so
Oh yeah, yeah.
happy for that.
Yeah, you're pretty good at them other sports too. And would a two sport deal, would that be something you would consider in college if it was brought to you?
My dad did that when he played at Union. He played baseball and football at the same time. So I'd have to talk to him about it, but it definitely something I'd be open to. Because I mean, I know a guy that could tell me how to get it done.
The phone will start ringing tonight. And you just heard it here first, folks. He's open to it. But
Absolutely.
I just wanted to just say good luck in your future personally. And I know you've got another year to dwell on them decisions and stuff like that. And just good luck to the Jags. And I might even try to get down there and watch it Friday night. Try to give you some love in there because I tell you, you deserve right now all the attention that you're doing all the work on the field. And it's going to be a joy to be able to cover you pretty soon. But I'm going to ask you before we let you go, if it's okay. I don't know if you've been watching our shows. We started something last year on our Field of 64. We had our favorite restaurants. I think Texas Roadhouse was the lone survivor, won the restaurant national championship.
Mm-hmm.
So this year we're doing sports movies. So if we can we ask you to vote on some of our sports movies? And then I think Avery might have some things to show you.
So just like my favorite sports movie?
Yeah. We'll throw you like a matchup on sports movie up for you to look at.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Semi-pro against major league.
I might catch from heat from this, but semi-pro, one of my favorite Will Ferrell movies.
Yeah.
Major League's great too. I love Major League, but semi-pro.
I like the Wild Thing, but that song at the end, it's just catchy.
Yeah, underrated movie. I'm gonna go Hoosiers. I loved everybody as a kid, but older I've gotten, Hoosiers is a great movie.
Hoosiers is a really, really good movie. And I'm not an Indiana fan, but now that's a really, really good movie.
Yeah.
I'm Little Giants.
Little Giants. Little Giants, one of my favorite football movies as a kid. Blindside. I'm gonna go Blindside.
I like Blindside. I think Blindside might win that one there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've seen Ali, so I'm gonna go Mighty Ducks. I might be missing out not seeing that, but
I think I'm gonna go Mighty Ducks on that one. Is that the first one, Ryan?
Yes, it is.
I think I might go Mighty Ducks on that one too. Ali was by Will Smith. It's a good movie, but I like the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
All right, well, sorry, I got a kid in here. 2 of them now. 3 of them. but Jude, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on. And I think they've changed over the course of the times that you've been on here. But out of the 2, tell me which one of them you like the most.
Okay. Check this out. That's pretty sweet. Oh, that's cool too. I'm gonna go with the first one though. I like them both, but I like the first one.
I know Edward, the original.
Can't go wrong with the OG version.
Yeah.
But Jude, I do personally want to thank you for taking your time. And you got another guest that wants to step in and say hi, but I do personally want to thank you for taking your time coming on. And you're killing it. Your team's killing it. And like Mark said, can't wait to get up there and give you all the coverage and love you deserve.
I appreciate you guys having me on here, and thanks for the support.
Ryan, you got anything else?
I'm just going to say best of luck to you rest of the season, and go get it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jude, I mean, you've already got the statement win. There's, I know it's one game at a time. I know it is, but there's really only one thing left to do, and Ians can prove that Ians can play at the big boys. So It's you know what to do.
Sir, we'll
And
keep it up, definitely.
absolutely, and just good luck to you personally and your team, and hope to have you on really, really soon.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Great interview, and he, and before we bring our next guest on, and we'll switch gears here to the soccer. It's hard. Us as media, we're allowed to look at these schedules. Let me say this again: North Florida beats Madison Central at Madison Central. Madison Central rose Scott County. Rose them. Scott County beats Bowling Green. It's hard not to look at them comparisons and say, "Whoa,
And
whoa."
and Mark, I'm gonna bounce that in. It depends on if Collins what Collins in that Scott County game, how it goes, and then if Norfolk can go up there and get a big win against Collins or whatever, that may open some more eyes to Norfolk.
And like I said, now we're changing gears to soccer, and you know they got a big win on the guests that we're fixing to bring in, and cannot say enough about them. And I'm gonna let you go ahead and introduce her, Edward. For some odd reason, I'm getting a really really bad echo. I'm gonna go back out and get back in, but I'm gonna let you bring her on.
Hopefully, I'm pronouncing everything right, but Shelby Gamble, correct?
Yes.
So I personally want to thank you for taking your time to come on. And I don't know what Mark's doing,
It's all
but
right.
while we're waiting on him to come back on, I gotta ask you just thoughts on how your season's progressing so far.
Our season is definitely progressing way better now since we came off that big win against Corbin. But we are definitely learning how to play as a team. And that's the biggest part in our aspect in our school community. We are one big family.
So I'm actually looking at your schedule as we speak, and you've played a lot of big time matchups this season.
Yes.
So I just gotta ask you your thoughts on the way your schedule's shaped up.
Our schedule is definitely it was when we saw who we first played, we were like, we should definitely win. But it was a struggle, and I'll admit it was hard playing with the younger team at first, but we eventually learned how to work with their strengths and weaknesses, and we rallied as a team, and we started playing as a family and playing for each other, and we really just wanted to win. And when we finally got that win, it was a big deal to us.
Absolutely, but Mark, since you're back,
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry. I was getting an incredible echo there. So I think I'm hearing that. Shelby, thank you for coming on. And anytime when anyone else give us your time, we're very grateful. Because I know you got a thing called life and sports and all this other stuff. You probably have 172 better things to do than listen to three guys ask you questions for 45 minutes. But
No,
so
you're
so
good.
so we're very thankful. It's when you don't, I've never been somebody that looks at the win losses. I just look at, it's never about how you start; it's how you finish. That's a big win you had against Corbin. So tell us a little bit about that game. I
Well,
think did it go into extra time or something like
yeah, it went into the first round of overtime. So if it's a tie in the first 80 minutes, then we have a rule called sudden death, like the golden boot. So it's a first 5 minutes. If nobody scores in that, switch fields another 5 minutes. Nobody scores, go straight into PKs after the 5 minutes. But one of our seniors, Gracie Hoskins, got the girls up, and we saw that we had the opportunity. She was passing it to some of our other players, and they finally found her at the goal, and she took the opportunity. And we were just so proud of her. And we all realized that's how a team works and how we play as one big team.
So, being at South, how is school spirit right now? I mean, you've got a big win against Corbin, and we know what the football team's doing there. I mean, just how is just the feeling amongst the student body there? I bet school spirit's real high right now.
The school spirit is very high, especially with our football team being 5-0. That's a big thing for us too. We are very proud of them from all the sports teams and all the faculty and staff. But they also saw us as just an all sport team school. They support all sports. We have a decent crowd, especially during Corbin and North games for all sports. So that's how we feel, and we're just proud of our school family.
Um, you know, Edward and Ryan, they're sack gurus, but uh, the position that you're playing and just how well that you're playing it, and I'm sure they'll probably go over a little bit with that. Just being a goalkeeper and stuff like that.
The stats have shown, Mark, since you had to bring it up.
I got
95
it.
saves,
I got it.
13.6 average right now. So
See, I was going to leave that on Jens, and I knew that Jens was going to bring that up. Just how do you get it? I mean, because that's an awful big net to protect.
It is a very big net to protect. I'm not gonna lie, going out at every game, I get nervous, but I have a whole support team behind me of coaches, players, friends, family that are there to cheer me on, and I can hear them throughout the game, and I know that they will support me no matter what. Let a goal in, stop a goal. They're always there to support me and back me up.
You being a senior, I'm sure that you've had your handful with school and of course soccer. Or have you put thoughts, or have you already committed to what you're going to be doing at the next level?
I haven't committed to any schools right now. My options are open. Um, but like career wise, I have thought about different things, but right now my heart is set on physical therapist aspect and working with the pediatric side of it.
Well, uh, as far as when we're talking about South, and I can tell on physical therapy, uh, you'll be great at it because I could tell that you've got a good head on your shoulders, and you know us older guys, eventually I'm gonna probably fall and break my hip or something. People's gonna need that rehabilitation. You won't have to worry about it now or Ryan, but me and Edward, we're getting to that age that you know Edward's a whole lot more older than me. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck in that or whatever field you decide to do later on down the road. But we'll let you in on a secret. There's two out of three of us here that are Laurel County um, alum, I guess, which it was only one school then, which is
Yeah.
actually South Laurel. But I won't let you know who didn't go to Laurel County. Well, I will say South Laurel. So three out of four of us are South Laurel Cardinals here. I'm just saying. So
Okay. Go
uh,
Cards.
yeah. So Ryan, I'm not
I,
gonna
I
tell
don't
on you or
don't
anything here.
I don't. I graduated from Bell County. That was 2012. That was almost 14 years ago.
Class of '92, the biggest class in the state of Kentucky, right before the schools divided.
I was about to say, I think my uncle was also a class of 92
Hmm.
from Laurel County.
See, it was Laurel County then. It wasn't South
Mm-hmm.
Laurel. I could actually remember
well,
voting on.
mine's a class of '08.
That's Shelby. That's his story. He's actually much older than that. Don't let him lie to you.
I was a freshman back then.
So Hunter gave the size of the net. 8 foot tall, 24 feet wide is the size of a soccer goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I can go ahead and first tell you I'm not covering any of that. So I give you huge props on that.
Shelby,
Yeah, diving is very crucial in that, and especially just like the low balls that you get to the goal, you have to play those right. You got to get the right angles, and especially the ones that like to go in off the top corners. And you got to like make sure you can get at least a hand on it or try to get a hand on it. Because if you can get even the smallest amount of like pressure off of it, can stop it. It's very crucial.
Shelby, I got a dumb question. That's a little bit piggybacking off what you said. I know you have to wear really, really big gloves. I'm sure there's a reason why you wear them. Like, but I've noticed a lot when a goalkeeper is protected, it's almost like they're not trying to catch the ball. It's like they're almost like
Trying
did.
to deflect it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I try my
So,
best to catch all of them.
so is
But
that anything you're taught, or just something that some people do?
it's somewhat of like a taught, but also like if you can deflect it a certain way, you can jump right back on it and get your hands on it. But they try to teach us to catch it as a W with your two thumbs pointing up and your hands are on the side. But if you deflect, they want you to punch it out over the goal, really.
Okay.
So if that's any way to deflect, that's how they would want you to do it, is over the goal or out of bounds.
Well, I can talk to her all night because I learn as we go. I mean, like I said, again, we got to thank him as student athletes, educating us on a sport that we don't know a whole lot about, but we're getting better at it because student athletes like kids teach us new stuff with it every day, and we're very thankful with it. But Edward, Ryan?
Yeah. Mark and Edward knows I'm going with this because I always ask the athletes.
And can I say this before you ask the question? I'm jealous of London. London is they're like graced with 1,000, 1,500 restaurants everywhere. They're everywhere. Williamsburg's got like 5 or something. Pieble's got 4 or something. And it's like,
We are very blessed with
London.
the restaurants we have here.
Yeah, yes, you are. Go ahead, Ryan.
What's your favorite restaurant to eat at there in Law County?
I have 3 favorites actually. Eldorado's, Gondolier, and Sauce. They're all good supporters of us, and they will support us in any way. Sports.
Can't go wrong with Gondoliers.
No, Gondoliers is great too.
I love Gondoliers.
But
this is have you ate the Zaxby's yet?
Not yet. I'm waiting for the whole new restaurant line to die down before I go.
So you don't want to go there and wait for an hour and a half.
Exactly. I don't want to be stuck in the traffic.
But Shelby, you think me, Mark, or Edward could get a ball past you?
I don't know. If y'all try hard enough, y'all probably could, but I think I would block it actually.
well, me, I would miss ball and all, just slide back, hit my back, knock my wrist out. Edward would probably kick it over to go across the street, somebody's yard, bust a window out. Now Ryan would be your competition. Now Ryan, he played tennis for 25 years. He's a smooth operator. He moved from side to side a little bit.
Well, if y'all come to the North-South game this coming up Thursday, maybe y'all can get a shot on me on goal.
Oh, okay. The challenge is up. And then
I can try, but there's a thing called I have to work during the evening.
So,
well, if y'all do come,
I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. If I do, you can't make fun of me when I miss the soccer ball.
I won't. I promise.
So can we video it and play it on the show?
Absolutely.
Well, see what it was. Our little generic commercial we put together. We all took shots, and I did a granny shot from the free throw line. I switched mine. Wham! Like instant.
Congrats.
Yeah. And Edward did something like, I don't know what it was, some hook shot from somewhere. He about hit some old woman that was walking behind to go. I don't know what it was. And Ryan, I don't know who he was throwing it at, but I think one of the coaches caught it on the side. So I was like the only one who hit the shot, and then they still want to admit up to the truth. They'll say, "I didn't play it."
Well, I give y'all full permission to put it on as your little commercial.
There you go. There you go. It's on now.
Just come to the North-South game at South at 6 o'clock on Thursday.
The challenge is up. Yeah, we're checking his notes. I could see it.
Actually, I was checking the date and the time.
But it's really hard to hit that ball into the goal, though. Because I've actually played around with it some at some of the Whitley games, and every time I kick it, it goes over the net, clean across something. It's like a punt or a field. It's hard to keep it.
That's where we constantly practice. We have practiced every day and constantly taking shots on us keepers because it's me and two others that we have. And we all switch out as goals out of the goal. And we constantly like taking the shots and we like working on our punts with the other players.
But Edward.
So I got a couple questions for you.
Okay.
So I think your team has like 4, maybe 5 total seniors. So
4.
You all took like the underclassmen under your wing and try to help coach them up.
We have absolutely we love all of our underclassmen. We look at them like our sisters and we would love them to death. And we're actually all very sad that we have to leave them, but we are definitely going to schedule times to come all up and visit and see them play and help them in any way that they need.
So before this season started, this has probably been one of my favorite questions. Was there a certain game you had highlighted you couldn't wait to play in?
It would probably be the Corbin South game and then the North and South game. We were all ready to play that, and I'll even throw in the Whitley game in there. We were excited for just basically the district games. We love playing against our district games.
So I've looked at your stats. So I got to ask you: are you one that does any type of trash talking out there on the field, or do you let your game do the talking for you?
I'll let my game do the talking. I don't trash talk. I don't believe in trash talking on the field. I find it wrong, unsportsmanlike, and it's just not right.
So if you make like a big save, you don't do no flexing or
nope. I make the save. I have my coaches, my teammates cheer me on, and the fans, and I just go on with the game, and I look to see where the next viable play is.
So I do got to ask you, I've got to cover several soccer games. So like when you catch it, do you always have to punt it, or can you just like throw it? Because every time I see them catch like it for a save, they always kick it.
You can roll it out, you can throw it out, you can punt it out, but I mostly punt it out because that's where most of my strength is in my legs. But also, if I were to roll it out, that would be on certain games and certain occasions. But 99% of the time, I punt them out.
Okay, but Mark,
Shelby, since you're a senior, I can't let you escape from hitting you with the really, really hard hitting questions. And Ryan never knows where I'm going here. So are you ready for these hard hitting ones?
I'm ready.
Okay, you play goalie. You can take it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is teammates only. Okay, it's not coaches or parents or teachers, just teammates only.
Okay.
You're in your van, 15-passenger van. You're coming back from a game. The van tears up. Who's going to go out there and fix it?
Oh, no.
I told you these was hard-hitting questions. So.
I probably can think of 2 in mind, Gracie Hoskins and Trista Brown. because Gracie's dad has taught her everything you need to know how to fix something like that. And Trista would be right there to help. I would try to help, but I wouldn't know what to do. I would just be there holding the flashlight.
Well, you always need a hammy person. I've always been good at being a hammy person. Hand them a socket, hand them a screwdriver.
Yeah, that's probably what I would be.
Well, see, that's doing your part. That'd be more what Edward would do. He'd have me and Ryan out there. Edward would be like, I'm not getting wet. That'd be right. That'd be Edward.
Well,
He
be
put me
honest
on
with
Instagram.
to be honest with you, I have held the flashlight for my dad many a times working on a vehicle. I think that's probably harder than working because you get yelled at awful lot. So
I agree with Edward. I think that's the hardest job.
Okay. Now part 2 of this question is a 3-part question. Okay.
Okay.
You get the van fixed. You're running out of gas. You pull into a gas station. Who's going to pay for it?
I would pay for it. Because
we know who to take on
they
road
had
trips.
the 2 girls fix the van. I would just throw up and pay for it. I'd say, nope, I'm paying for it. No bickering.
Well, you see, Edward, he always has a pocket full of money. He gets a high salary of all of us here, and he will not pay for gas for nothing. Me and Ryan has to pay for gas all the time. And then 5 minutes later, he's going to McDonald's and buying 17 hash browns and putting them on the sausage biscuits.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, it's like a
2, not 17, 2.
Okay, the part 3 of this question, this is where it gets really, really hard.
Okay.
You got the van fixed, fueled up. You go to a teammate's house and you just want to do some Netflix and chill. And we're not talking no DoorDash or pizza delivery. Who's going to cook the meal that night?
I would probably be Trinity Rogers and Dulce Gonzalez. They both like to cook.
So what would they be fixing?
I don't know, probably some pasta or some, like, we would all probably chip in and help some way, but they would probably make our main meals, probably like a salad, some pizza from homemade if they had the things to make it.
I asked Edward to fix me and Ryan something once. He put some corn chips in a bowl, put some salt and pepper on it. I don't know why he thought about the salt and pepper, what it was going to be about, but that's why he got us.
Just remember, Thanksgiving's right around the corner, Mark.
Oh. No. Edward, his crew down there, they can cook. I didn't get all big and fat for well, never mind. But you did well. I knew you would hold up to them hard hitting questions. But
I think I did good. I hope I did good.
You did good. Barry, see, them are questions that can like Ryan. He's never been the same since I've asked him them questions, and Edward still can't answer them at all. Edward, but now you stood up to it, so congratulations. But before we let you go, I don't know if you're familiar for shows, but we started something last year in our Field of 64 tournament instead of basketball team. We eliminated all the basketball teams. There's no more basketball. So we tried with restaurants, and our national champion restaurant wound up being Texas Roadhouse. Okay. So this year we decided on our Field of 64 we would go with sports movies. So we're going. So if it's okay with you, we're going to show you a couple of matchups with sports movies and see if we can get you a vote on them. And then afterwards, Edward's probably got something to show you.
Okay.
Number 1, semi-pro against major league.
I'll be honest, I've never seen both, but if I had to, I'd probably do major league.
Can't go wrong with the Wild thing. Airbud 7th inning fetch or Hoosiers?
Airbud 7th inning. I love me some Airbud.
They now you're talking to Edward's language there. The Little Giant or Uncle Drew?
Probably Little Giants.
That is a very tough one.
Radio against the Blind Side.
This one's tough for me. I like radio. I'll probably go with radio.
And last but not least, the Mighty Ducks against Ali.
I'd have to go with Mighty Ducks. I love all the Mighty Duck movies.
Me too. You can't go wrong with the Ducks.
No, you can't.
But Edward,
So Shelby, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete, and I'll get these over to Mark so that way he can get them out to you. But the only question I got for you is when I show them to you, can you kind of tell me which one of the two you like the most?
Okay.
And Mark, you're going to settle down on the coffee.
Okay. I like them both, honestly. I just
I had
can't
to
pick
pick.
one. I'll probably go with the first one.
See, I told you, Mark, the OG graphics still with
but the Lightning was striking a little bit. She said she liked them both.
She did. I'll give you a little credit.
So it wasn't a big storm. It was like a rain shower or something, you know.
But Shelby, I do personally want to thank you for taking the time to come on. And from everything that I've looked at and the highlights and the stats, you're killing it. Your team's coming together at the right time. And I'm looking forward to getting up there to Covington, hopefully during the North-South game. That way you can block one of my kicks. And just best wishes to you.
Thank you. And we'll also be hosting district and region at South this year, too. So there's probably another opportunity.
Right.
All right, Hilby, I just want to say best of luck to you the rest of the regular season and when it comes to postseason play.
Thank you so much.
So is footwear optional if we do this kicking challenge? Got to bring my steel-toe boots.
I mean, you can. I recommend tennis shoes or cleats. You can wear your boots. That's up to you.
So if I kick the ball, bust the ball with the steel-toe boots, am I going to have to pay for the ball? Or?
No. I'll cover you. I'll cover you.
But Shelby, great interview. The bottom line is, in all realness, you get it. You come in here, you've laughed with us, you've had a good time with it. That's what all matters. If we're in here laughing, that's at the end of the day, laughter's best medicine. And you have enough real life situations. You don't need us hammering you with a lot of this stuff. And you played right with us too. And we're very grateful about that. And just in case, if you ever decide to lay down all the sports stuff and you need a job, talking on some of these shows, I mean,
I'll let you know. I'll probably hit you up if I need it.
yeah, just say I'm way over the hill. Everett's getting there. Rod's a young pup. He's gonna need some help later on down the road.
Okay.
Or if you do go the other route, which probably the route you'll go, and you start majoring and all this stuff and get the good job, just remember, you're always gonna need somebody cutting your grass and weed eating, landscaping. Edward runs an awesome weed eater, riding, landscaping, and just buy me one of them nice 0-turn mowers with the fan hit me. We'll take care of your grass.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you, but good luck personally in your future, and keep it rolling.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Good interview. Really good interviews tonight. I knew it was going to be with Jude and Shelby both, and we made it London down there, and can you imagine? And there's always good school spirit everywhere, but you're at North Florida, you're at South Floral. We see what North Laurel's doing, not only on the football field. Look at their soccer teams and what they're doing, and then you look at South Florida, their football. And big win in soccer, and I'm telling you, folks, that both them schools, I bet you're seeing a lot of students wearing a lot of South Floral, North Floral colors, and like she said, Thursday night, South and North meets in soccer, and you can't ever go wrong with them games at all. And that's when you draw the the schedule's out the door and the records, and it's all about that crosstown rivalry, I guess what they call it over there. And them teams, they get at it when they have to play each other. Great interviews. But that being said, I guess unless there's anything I'm forgetting,
Our votes.
our votes. I knew I was going to forget our votes.
You always do.
But before we forget our votes, if there's anything else that you or Edward might want to talk about, not only football, soccer, volleyball, track, not track, cross country, just the floor is yours. I think, Edward, you was talking about a pretty big meet, I think, coming up. Some schools coming from cross country.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this Saturday, you will catch me at, the Harlan County Invitational up there for cross country at Harlan County High School. You've got teams like Johnson Central, Harlan County. You've got, OBI, Redbird. You've got several big name schools that's going to be there, and including Middlesboro will also be there. And then Tuesday, the 30th, you will also be able to catch me at Middlesboro for their Middlesboro cross-country meet that they're having. All Takers, I think is what it's called. And as long as I've looked at everything correctly, they have schools from all over, and it even looked like they had a team coming from out of Louisiana is supposed to actually be up there also, if I looked at everything correctly. But well, Mark, looks like you gained another follower.
Yeah.
Listen, Rob, you can't be bandwagon.
Gotta do the choo choo choo. Okay. No.
Well, Rob, first off, I miss you too, and I miss my whole Pineville family down there. Looking forward to hopefully getting a chance to get down there to cover some football and volleyball action. It's just, my kids running cross country has been keeping me tied up very late.
Ryan, unless you've got anything on your own there, we can go ahead and do it.
I'm gonna say this. When I believe it's Wednesday night, and this is way out of our region, up in Louisville. St. Ed's, which is 13-1-2 on the season. This is boys soccer, by the way. Plays at Trinity, and they're also 13-1 and 1 tie. So you talk about top two teams in the state playing at Louisville Wednesday night.
Battle of 119 Friday night in the Ville, boys.
That's always a very entertaining matchup there.
So,
if I'm not mistaken, y'all, I think that's one of the maybe oldest rivalries in the state. Maybe I don't take my word for that. Rob may be able to know that for sure, but I'm not with for sure.
That's what I was fixing to say, Ryan. You beat me to it. I believe that is one of the longest withstanding rivalries, and got a lot of history within that game.
Oh, and I was right.
Rob did answer your question, so fellas, I can already tell you, as long as work and my kids getting off from practice, you'll probably catch me in the Ville.
Won't go wrong with that game, Edward. But Ryan, are we ready to vote?
Yes, if I could not cough 1,000 times between now and then.
I didn't think I could ever vote against the Wild Thing.
Mark's back is hurting from carrying you. What are you
Well,
talking about, Rob?
that's true. That's true, Coach. That is true. I put the saddle on the back, and Ryan ain't that hard to carry, but Edward, he's had a few cheeseburgers in his lifetime. I'm not what I once used to be, but
And Mark, I think you know this individual.
well, he needs to get he needs to get a haircut and job before he starts talking about his looks. There, I'm just saying. No, look at Ryan there. Ryan will show you what good looks is all about. A smooth haircut, everything. Get the beard all trimmed up. Yeah, Ryan will teach you about
But
looks.
hold on, if Rob's still on here, I got to go back to this comment. First off, how is Mark backpacking the guy that backpacks Mark?
Coach, that's his story. That's his story. That's his story. Ryan knows who's got the saddle here. Look, they're gonna call me Hump. If my name was Joe, they'd call me Humpback Joe for packing him so much. But they can't call me. They call me Humpback Mark. But Gregory Patrick needs to look at a real haircut. Look at Ryan's haircut. But again, I didn't think I'd ever vote against the Wild Thing, but Semi-Pro, the song. I don't know if I can even say on this show, but it's like Love Beating. Never mind. But that song that he sings, can't beat it.
I'm gonna go Semi-Pro myself.
See, I'm gonna have to, I really don't care for Semi-Pro. I may get beef over that. I'm sorry, but I like Major Leagues.
Right. You're going against Will Ferrell and Semi-Pro.
Yes. I can't help it.
Hoosiers 15 times on Sunday. How in the world can you vote Airbud over Hoosiers? And Hoosiers, other than Miracle, might be one of the greatest sports movies ever.
I'm going to have to agree with Shelby, and I'm going Airbud 7th inning fetch.
I'm going with Hoosiers. One of my favorite basketball movies.
Yeah, give me the ball. I'll take that shot. I'll make it. Jimmy Jetwood. I'll make it. I don't know why this is even a matchup this furlong, but I'm going to go Uncle Drew on this one. And yes, Patrick does need a haircut.
This is probably one of the hardest votes for me because I do love the Little Giants, but you can't go wrong with the young blood and Uncle Drew.
Yeah, I went with Little Giants.
Ryan's being a rebel tonight, Edward. That's all it is. He's being a rebel.
Well, that's just because Ryan's a young blood.
Yeah, he's a young blood. I will go Blindside. I like radio, but Blindside, I like that. I still think that they've been some eliminated. It was even better than Blindside, but I'll take Blindside on this matchup.
I will take Blindside also.
And it's the first one I'm going to agree with y'all on too. I'm going to go with Blindside as well.
That's because you got tired of being called a young blood, right?
Yeah, then he gets drafted by the Ravens. Come on now. Get drafted by the Bengals. Cincinnati could use him.
I'll go on this one. You can't go wrong with the Flying V, so I'm going the Mighty Ducks.
The Ducks, baby, the Ducks.
I went with the Mighty Ducks as well.
But Rod's working on their tallies and stuff. It's been a great show. And just for our comments on there, 3 out of 3 hosts on this show would say that Gregory Patrick does need a haircut.
Yes.
And you heard it from Edward first. And even Ryan.
Emma, I do want to thank you for the kind words earlier, but I do have to disagree. Patrick needs a haircut.
Ryan, Patrick needs a haircut, right?
I don't know. I'd have to see. I don't really know. I can't really say.
Ryan, Ryan would be a politician. He would be a great politician. Vote for me. Ryan would be like, folks, I will not take a side on any of it. I'm just for everybody. Vote for me. Ryan, you got. But do we got the tallies on the shows?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my quote to pull up. My internet has been slow. But the first one is Mighty Ducks won in a landslide, 11-0.
And they should have. Can't go wrong with the Ducks.
The
I
blind
think
side
I'm
won.
gonna make Amy find me some Mighty Ducks. Hey, Amy, find us some Mighty Ducks and watch them tonight.
The blind side won in a landslide, 10-0. The Little Giants won 9-4. Hoosiers won 6-2, and Major Leagues won 6-4.
Major League just beat out Semi-Pro.
I demand a revote on Semi-Pro and Airbud 7th.
Well,
inning
Edward,
fans.
at least
Please,
you
I
don't
need
have
a
somebody
revote.
dancing in the background celebrate because Semi-Pro just got beat. Why this lady has so much hatred for Semi-Pro is just unimaginable. Every time I try to watch that movie, I'm not watching it. But Ryan, you got any final comments before I?
Yeah, I finally
me
got
and
it.
Edward, we're going to protest this Semi-Pro. We're going to take it. It's coming. Edward, whatever we have to do to protest Semi-Pro, let's get her done.
I got video clips of getting cheated out. I'm sending that in.
Yeah, I think somebody's winning there and mess with the voting a little bit. We need a full scale investigation.
I will send y'all a picture of the votes when we get off.
Edward, look into it. You got it.
But I've got two things, and then I'm done talking for tonight. We're getting close to the middle of the season for one sport and closing out two other sports. Go out and cover these athletes during the meets of their schedules. So go out and support them. Don't just sit at the house. And then my inspirational quote for tonight is, do the best you can. No one can do more than that. John Wooden.
Can't go wrong, John Wooden. And that's a man and just a legacy is just something that I've grown over the years to respect. And I never was a UCLA guy, but you can't look past greatness. And what he did will never be repeated again, ever. Ever.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna leave you with this. Don't know where you'll see me at this week, other than Friday. I said I'm gonna be at the Ville. Saturday you'll catch me at Harlan County for a cross country meet. But the other days, you don't know where I'll show up at. But I'm gonna leave you all with this. Every day is an opportunity disguised as a challenge. Tiki Barber.
That's pretty good. That's different this time. That's really good. Yeah. But again, I want to thank all the viewers. The views was great. The comments was really great. And we've had a lot of fun tonight. And that's what it's all about. A lot of funny comments. And yeah, got the music playing. Time to relax the voice, folks. And that being said, from the Bryant Family Medicine, all sports media, my inspirational quote is, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. The greatest of all time, Martin Luther King. But that being said, from all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine, all sports media, good night and God bless.